Hey, yo.
Turn it around real quick. You want to show the location. Yo, MTV Cribs, thank you for coming. This is our new location that we're going to be recording at.
Saying,
boy Alex. You know what I'm saying? Welcome in. Yo,
I feel like an average little bookcase, don't it?
Oh, yeah, man. Wow.
Little do you know.
Wait, there's a room in there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man, you know how we do, man. Do shit. That's how it go, man. Years ago. We don't really got much in here right now, but we still working on it. You know what I'm saying? Couple of couches. Let's see if you want to sit and chill with us. Got more couches and all that stuff. This is really like the vibe room where we do everything at, where we chill, where we get everybody to get to know each other. We drink a little bit, get the girls, you know what I'm saying, ball on this side, ball on this side, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You know what the other joint is?
You got the waffle ice, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
What you know niggas that got waffle ice, nigga?
Yo, that's real MTV Cribs type shit right there. So you go Wi-Fi ice?
A little chill area.
Okay.
Couches, you know, albums on the wall, you know.
Wow.
Shout out that nigga Tupac, the legend. Shout out to Fuji's. But yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Then we got an elevator and all in here. This goes to the third floor where all the other stuff is, where we keep our bedrooms and all that stuff in. And this right here is the garage where we keep the cars, but we ain't gonna show you that. Maybe in the next video or something.
That's for part 2. Yeah,
for part 2, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, signing off.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Oh, hold on.
Been in here too.
I do got to give y'all, you know what I'm saying? I do got some extra stuff in here, feel me? Yeah.
Oh,
I was just gonna do it, bro.
Got y'all some books, man. Yeah.
Yo, stay tuned for the book reviews.
Facts.
The
Got
way
y'all
of
some
a
books,
superior
man.
man.
Oh, yeah, of course, bro. Yeah.
The greatest gift a man could give you is a book.
Books, man. Some knowledge, you know what I mean?
Sir.
Got you.
Fact. We on it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm on it.
And I got that, man, some oat bars, man. Some oatmeal, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Sugar free.
Y'all ain't had these before.
Yeah, y'all, what you know about these?
These the best oatmeal cookies
You know about these, man.
you could ever have.
Sugar free, man.
They melt in your mouth, pause.
Hey, yo, yeah. He said pause, though. All right, man, we signing off.
Yeah. Damn, you had to get
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy AD.
KO.
MC.K.
And this is our channel where we say what we think.
But don't take it too serious.
Because
We might be wrong. That's when the intro come in, you know what I mean? We don't got that yet, though, but... Shit, man. Another Thursday, second episode. You feel me?
We got a new setup.
Yeah, as you can see, you know what I mean? We got, you know what I mean?
We upgrading.
You know what I mean? These are, we recorded, you know what I mean, these albums for all these artists right here, you know, platinum albums, diamond albums, you know, as you can see, you know what I mean?
great.
You know, some of the greats, you know what I mean? I remember the time when we were in the studio with Pac, man. That was man.
R.I.P. that nigga, man.
Man, R.I.P. for real. That was a good one, man. And the Rolling Stones, you know what I mean? We was Rolling Stone with Rolling Stones, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? They was letting the mic bleed, you feel me? Like, that's what they were doing, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, the Fugees, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They was hanging out with a few G's, you feel me? You know what I mean? You know, that's what they were doing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, but shit.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about a couple things, you know what I'm saying, little by little. Alex, do you want to give them some of the topics that we'll be talking about today?
As you can see, he don't know, dog.
This your job, nigga.
That's not. Read the topics.
Yeah, I got you. All right. So this episode's a little different. Our first episode, we kind of went more on, I guess, more, what's like the modern, like not modern, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe I should shoot that gum. Hey, what's that gum you guys are eating? It's some focus gum, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like topics that are like, you know, today, like now, like current events. That's what I was thinking of. You know what I mean? We're talking about the Michael biopic, you know, Chris Brown album, Drake album, et cetera, et cetera. This one I feel like is going to be a little bit deeper. We're going to have more open-ended questions, more for discussion, just general topics, you know what I mean, that we're going to just give our opinions on. So that's the main thing. We're going to be talking about like comedians, you know, do they get away with too much just because they are comedians? Or should they be able to say anything? Kind of same on the lines of what we were talking about last week with Chud, the free speech, right? And, you know, we'll talk about the NBA playoffs a little bit. We could probably start with that, to be honest, because that's a quick one.
The NBA playoffs?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But I did watch the game and all that. The Spurs, OKC.
Yeah.
I want the Spurs to win so badly, but I think Did OKC win this?
Yeah.
It's 1-1, right?
1-1, yeah. The first game was classic, though.
Yeah.
That first game was classic, bro.
Went federal.
Dylan Harper was going crazy, you know what I mean? That's his name, right? Yeah, is that Ron Harper's son, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, bro was going, but he's hurt now, right? He got
his dad though. Yeah, he got hurt. He got a hamstring injury.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's like day to day right now.
And then
They got two of their main guards. Is out
and that's
right
what I was telling him. They need De'Aaron Fox because they need him in that fourth quarter, and they also need him to facilitate, bro. Because this man,
Stephen Castle.
bro, I don't think it's pronounced Castle. Because I be hearing the commentators like say like Casil or something like that. They're like Casil, and I'm like Castil or something like that. And I'm like, because you know sometimes when you hear people's name, yeah, I say Castle too. But then I was listening, I was like, wait, is that never been Castle this whole time?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
That's
but
between Denzel Washington and Denzel. His name is Denzel.
oh yeah, he did say that Denzel. I was like, oh hell nah.
Denzel?
Yeah, his name is Denzel. I was like, nigga, we ain't calling you
You call him
Denzel.
Denzel, so you just kept it with it.
Yeah. But my mama, he said my mama
His
called me
name got a A in
Denzel.
it or an E.
No, it's the way it's spelled. This is pronounced Denzel.
Denzel.
We call him Denzel.
Start calling that nigga Denzel.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, that he had what 20 turnovers within the
In 2 games?
past 2 games. He had 11 the first game and then 9, second game.
Crazy.
So they're missing Fox with that, and those turnovers are costly because going against a team like OKC in the conference finals, you can't make
one of the
those
best
mistakes.
defensive teams.
Yeah, you can't make those
That's
mistakes.
how I felt yesterday. Caruso had so many points and steals in our
Bro.
They kept just passing over
Hey.
the ball, losing the ball.
Put some respect on
Steals.
Caruso's name, bro.
He had a crazy game.
Put some respect on his
He
name.
had
bro.
31 in the first game.
Facts. And
He had
then
like 8 threes.
yeah,
He
you
kept leaving them
balling.
open though.
And he's guarding Wemby.
Yeah, which is crazy. Which like, bro, Chet makes Chet look bad. It makes him look like
Chet is so soft, bro.
yeah, it makes him look very soft. And then also, I feel like they could put Hartenstein, like put some more body on Wemby, like some a little stronger, you know, tougher. He pulled bro's hair.
Oh,
Didn't you show me that shit?
Yeah, he pulled his hair.
he
They didn't
pulled
call
his
it
hair.
though.
Yeah, that's just crazy, bro.
Watch Wemby, he's so tall, bro. Like there's something he's catching right.
Bro, I feel like there's
It's so
nothing you
crazy.
can do. All you can do is try.
Yeah, they have to double
You
team,
know.
but then you're bringing somebody in. Somebody's gonna be on the outside.
Right.
He know how to make the right pass too. That's the thing about him.
Yeah.
He got a high IQ.
Now, Wemby's a scary player, bro. Like,
Scary.
I think he's the best player in the league. I'm not going.
Bro.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that at all. Like, yeah,
Most versatile.
I'm not mad at that.
There's something got handles, can pass the ball.
Yeah.
Both ends of the floor.
Both ends.
Right. Yeah, because he got better defense than like guys like Jokic and stuff. You know what I mean?
Way better.
Yeah. So, and then Cavs and Knicks. I think they're playing probably right now because
Who y'all think gonna win that series?
Knicks just based off of the first game. Like,
They
bro,
came back,
like
though.
but that momentum is like
You know they came back. They was hunting James Harden, bro.
right.
On that offense, like
Yeah, they ran the
he has no
same
defense.
They ran the same ISO, I think, with Brunson like 10 times in a row. Like,
And then they would pass it to his corner in his zone,
man,
and they'll just shoot over him
yeah.
because he don't know how to stick his own.
It's the same shit, bro. It's the same shit.
Every time,
Man.
like that.
That shit, it's like,
That's good, but he doesn't play defense. He doesn't
Man.
play both sides.
I feel bad for Donovan Mitchell, bro. Because they ain't getting no younger.
Yeah.
It's like now or never type shit, you know what I mean?
How old is he?
I think he's like 30, 31.
Damn.
Like Donovan, yeah, he's been in the league Loki for a minute. You know what I mean? Don't seem like it, but
One of the ones.
He been
and
carrying.
he with Coco Jones.
He been
man.
carrying every team.
Shout out to you.
He carried the Jazz to the playoffs. And they team was fucking ass. They had Rudy Gobert and who else?
Oh yeah. That was that Utah Jazz team. Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe Ingles. Yeah. They had. I remember that playoff run during the pandemic in the bubble.
Yeah.
The Nuggets versus the Jazz,
he got
bro.
like
That was one of the best series. Him and Jamal Murray were going back and forth. That shit was crazy. But yeah. I think Knicks gonna win just because of that first game, bro. Like it just. I feel like you mind fucked after that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you never know.
You never know. But we'll
it
see.
was in
We'll
the
see,
pages.
man. If Knicks end up going to the finals, that shit gonna be crazy for the city, man.
Yeah.
I want Donovan Mitchell to get a ring.
I know too.
That'd be dope. But
The Knicks, they
I think
deserve
the-
one too.
yeah, I think the West got
But
this.
I think
on
the
lock.
Spurs.
I think Spurs or OKC beats both of them,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I think it. Yeah.
Let me know what y'all think, man. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Right. What else we got? Yeah. So the other 3 topics. So we got playoffs out the way. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Awareness.
It's all right, we know what you meant.
Now I'm Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather. This episode. Mental Health Awareness Month. You feel me? And we're gonna dive kind of more deeper into that. Sports. I think Alex. These were his 2 topics. The sports industry. Is the sports industry a modern day slave trade? Which is funny. I had a conversation with that like when I was younger with someone. And then the last topic, the strongest black men being used and distracted from a bigger purpose. So we get into some deeper topics this episode compared to last episode. Last episode was more, like I said, current events, more fun, more jokes. This one we're gonna get a little bit deeper and introspective. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to use some big words, you feel me? But yeah, man, y'all ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't. So.
But like I said, but these aren't topics that we had to like.
Yeah.
You know, this is just
Freestyle.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, exactly. So man, let's start off with what you guys want to start off with? The comedians. Start off light. So pretty much the reason I got, so the question was that I asked, I didn't really know how to specifically word it, but I put, do comedians get away with too much just because they are comedians and they have that title, or should it just be no line? You know, it's just whatever.
Is this something that started with the Kevin Hart roast?
That's where the question sparked for me, because I've been seeing the outrage off of Tony Hinchcliffe. I know that he had the George Floyd joke, which I probably could put the video if I find it. I could probably just put the little snippet, clip it, and then put it down here. But there was a lot of other jokes made. I think there was a Charlie Kirk joke. There's other, there's the racial jokes, that fly.
A lynching joke.
It was a lynching joke, yeah. So
they said Kevin Hart came in on a boat that was in a bottle. A slave boat.
That's crazy. Yeah. So, and mind you, a lot of these like roasts and stuff, some on like the Netflix roast or like some of the old roasts, a lot of the writers, I mean, there's a team of writers, you know what I mean?
20, I think it's like 20 people.
But a lot of them be white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, who making these jokes?
I remember,
you know what I mean?
With Favorite Flav.
Yeah.
Dirty Naughty the whole time.
Yeah, but I've heard which is crazy. But I heard a lot of the writers on these. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know. I might be wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know who wrote for the Netflix one specifically, but that's something to look into. You know what I mean? Like, who's writing the jokes, because that tells everything as well.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then it makes it seem more like it's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
I see a video of Dr. Umar going crazy about all this.
Yeah, he had his notes and everything. He had his notes, and I respect it though, because it's like, and that's where the question stems from: of do you feel like comedians get away with too much just because they have the title as a comedian, or do you think it's like?
I think it brings.
You think it depends?
I think it goes both ways, because like,
right.
Not only does it bring awareness to like what people are thinking, but it also brings people together, because like you can make light of it even though it's a tragedy.
Right.
Make light of it even though I don't know if it's wrong or right. Like, because black people do it to white people too.
Right.
Mexican people, they talk shit about races. Like,
but I think in this case, for me personally, I think it's like, because I like the stereotype jokes, like for all races, because I do the same thing. Yeah. Like I one of our Asian coworkers. No, we're not gonna put no names out there, you know what I mean? But she was talking to another Asian customer, and then I was standing right there, and then I told her after the lady left, I looked at her, I was like, damn, I thought I was watching an episode of anime right now, like. but she laughed like it was funny, you know what I mean? I said the same exact joke to one of my Mexican workers. I said, damn, I thought I was watching Telemundo, like. But it's just like stereotypical fun, like we all do that shit, you know. When you get close to people, we all make jokes about, like, I grew up with a diverse friend group, so we all make racist ass jokes to each other. Like I got a friend who's Arab, and we've been making crazy jokes, like, about bombs and shit, so it's like we make those jokes when you're I'm sure everyone can relate to their friend group, everyone makes those type of jokes. I think, but the shit got to be funny though. Like the George Floyd one was like, for a roast, this shit kind of was random.
It was definitely random.
Like,
I feel like it was just thrown in there.
It seemed like it was thrown in there just for just to get people riled up. Yeah. And it did what it was supposed to do. That was the number one thing talked about. And no one talked about, people talked about Cat Williams and them squashing their beef and stuff. But other than that, that was the main thing that was talked about, was the George Floyd joke. You know what I mean? So I think, like, if you're roasting, what does that got to do with anything though? That's my only thing. Like, it's got to be funny and it's got to hit. And that shit didn't hit. That was more of like,
I ain't hear the joke.
It was like, I got to find the clip.
We insert the joke right here.
Yeah, we insert the joke, you know what I mean? So you can.
Kevin, the black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
But it just didn't really like hit. It seem like it was more for rage baiting, like type of like get people a little riled up. Yeah. And I'm all for comedy crossing that line, but it's got to hit though.
Yes.
And if it don't hit, then it's like,
It definitely. I feel like that situation, and all with everything you said and all that is definitely correct. I grew up and all that stuff on comedians. I love comedy and all that good stuff.
Right.
So like I understand the whole joking and like people making fun of Michael Jackson. People made fun of Tyson.
Right. Yeah.
So definitely current events and all that stuff that other people look at, or like past events and all that that's going on during that time that people make fun of. I understand all that. But I feel like this time with the George Floyd thing, it was like, oh, well, the joke, like it just didn't need to be in there. Like,
yeah, it's kind of random. Like
even with the Cat Williams and the Kevin Hart thing and all that stuff, everything Cat Williams says, things he's been saying. The reason that was cool is because he's saying everything he's been saying to Kevin Hart right there and then they squash the beef. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a joke. And if anybody knows Kevin Hart, when he drinks, he goes off with people. Like, he definitely has.
Yeah, he be roasting and shit. Yeah.
But if it's a roast and you talk about the person in front of you, like I think that's what
I'm saying. Yeah,
you literally grab and you literally reach to try to make a story and
like bro, like George Floyd ain't got nothing to do with this at all. Like
y'all think
or anybody did really in that aspect. Like no one needs to be brought up in a roast.
Yeah, it was
like I'm roasting you. I'm not roasting.
Yeah, it was just a lot. I mean, you could bring other people in there. Like, oh my god, like if somebody said something about Kevin Hart being small, and they brought in, they talked about other small people or something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. It's a roast, so I'm not too sensitive and all that stuff about it. It was just that part. Some parts in it were like, oh damn, like I had Regina Hall face the whole time too.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like when it's not funny though. When it's not funny, like it don't hit. You know, and I think that's the part about bringing certain comedians together. We might be used to or having certain humor from others, but then others, their humor don't hit for a certain audience.
Do you think?
You know what I mean? That could be it too.
Race and all that stuff too. Like who's saying it? If it was
no, that's a big thing too. Who said it is a big thing. Yeah.
I think it would be the same energy if a black person was talking about the Holocaust, making jokes about the Holocaust.
I think so. Oh yeah, they would have to apologize. Jewish people don't play.
That would be anti-Semitism.
Yeah. That's true though, and that's my point. When anytime it's a black thing, like for instance, like right, and I think that's one of Kanye's thing was like, you know, it's like we could say anything about black killing, black this, black the lynchings, et cetera, or anyone say the N-word. Mm-hmm. It's like just don't say it next time. Yeah. But it's like as soon as you say anything about anybody else, you gotta apologize. Your name is everything get canceled. Your endorsements, like you said, everything is done.
That's the thing.
But it's like we gotta start doing that shit, bro. Like lay the law down. You know what I mean? Yes, like hold people accountable because then it's like okay, everyone else get away with that shit, but why do we never
get away with it? Yeah. And we know how to like let shit go.
Because it's kind of like we don't care. Like
but then
But it's not fair.
What if it's not fair? Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
We should care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should care. Yeah.
Especially somebody like that saying something crazy like that, whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Like really like do a lot. Like saying these jokes about George Floyd and all that stuff. You could definitely see them get to that point because I've seen other shows and all with them where they're like almost there or like almost say the N-word. Like I think somebody said Wigger or something like that.
Or Ninja.
Same
dude. The same dude. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like,
and the thing is
they're right there. Like you're right there. You know your audience and all that stuff.
And the thing is, I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that style of roasting. I've seen Tony Hinchcliffe's actual show. Like there's another comedian named David Lucas, kind of like bigger and black. And I think he wrote on this one, if I'm not mistaken. But he goes on the show, but they roast each other. Mm-hmm. Like they be roasting each other like crazy. Like, and that should be funny though. Yeah, he has like.
Does he have a show where he invites other comedians?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like the show was actually good. Like it's funny. Like, and I've seen him roast in that way, and I like that type of roasting better. I don't like pre-written.
It's like battle rap.
Yeah, I don't like, but battle rap is different though. Like, but pre-written roast jokes.
Yeah.
It just to me personally, I don't really. It's not that I don't. Maybe because it's a cultural thing. Mm-hmm. We grew up, you roasting on the fly. Yeah, like, your shoes, how you look, this and that. Like, that's the type of roasting I like.
Most
you know what I mean?
Like written.
I don't like, but I'm talking about written roast. Like, the shit it seems, it's too, like, I don't like scripted roasting.
Yeah.
I like roasting when a motherfucker just start, like, you walk into a room, like, hey, look at those niggas. You know what I mean? They start, like, getting on you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the type of roasting I like. So, but yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Huh?
I don't think white people know how to do that.
No, but the Tony Hinchcliffe, if you watch his show, like he can do that. Yeah. I seen him do it. You know what I mean? So like, and that's the thing. Like I actually like he has funny moments. You know what I mean? So I'm not like getting on him specifically. Yeah. It's more of a general, question. You know what I mean?
If it wasn't for that, I feel like the roast would have went well if it wasn't for certain things that were said.
Right. Yeah.
Because Kevin Hart is definitely funny.
Yeah. And then I think Steven Jackson came out and talked about it like, you know, it hits different. Like, you know, everything's all fun and games until it's someone that in your family who got murdered or, you know what I mean? So like, and I was like, damn, that's kind of deep. You know what I mean? Because it's true. Like, obviously, it's a world event, so anything can be talked about, and it's not really off limits. But it's the same thing of you gotta, you know, watch what, you know, things come with it. You know what I mean? Of what you say. You know what I mean? So you gotta, I guess, suffer any type of consequence. You know.
George Floyd. And it was like a whole thing with like I think Beasley. Or no, not Beasley. Who do battle against Beasley all the time?
Michael Beasley? Oh, Lance Stevenson?
Lance Stevenson.
Oh, okay.
You know, because that was like his cousin or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it was like a whole thing and all that stuff. And they were like,
No, Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson?
He's the one who, I think that's his, like,
cousin.
yeah.
They look alike.
Yeah, they look exactly the same. Yeah, he came out and talked about that.
About it and all that stuff. So it's certain things that you don't talk about with people, especially after they pass or something like
Right.
that. It's kind of like a diss on rap. It's like certain, once you take it to that level or you say something about somebody who's gone or something like that, then you gotta face that consequence.
Yeah. It's like you crossing there's a certain line that like, and that's the thing about comedy too, because like, I don't mind the line being crossed because I think it was a comedian that said it. I don't know if it was like Patrice O'Neal or someone like where it's like
I see Marlon Wayne.
like you crossed like if there's a line, cross it.
Yeah.
And if in the audience, you know, you're gonna have 50% that's like, oh, this is hilarious, and the other 50 that's like, man, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what you want, you know what I mean? You want, you know, that to push that. No, you're good. You want to push that the envelope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But I've also seen somebody else too. I forgot the comedian and all that stuff. And it was like, if you don't like the joke or anything like that, whatever, you can change the channel. And I agree with that 100%. If you don't like something and all that stuff, you don't have to sit there and get yourself all worked up and mad.
Right.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I understand some of these jokes were like crazy.
Yeah.
But sometimes like where we get these names like Karen and all that stuff from, you were literally sitting there or like, for example, like this Drake thing. People really don't like Drake or anything like that, but the people who hate on Drake that don't like Drake would still go listen to Iceman and then listen to the whole album and then give a review after. If you don't like it, don't listen. If you don't like something, don't write in the
And it's okay to listen to both. And I said this on my story, my fault. It's okay to listen to, even for like Kendrick and Drake. It's okay to listen to both. Yeah. None of us know these people personally, right?
You don't know.
Realistically, and it's okay to do a review. You could be unbiased in your review. You don't have to hold the biasness. Like if you don't like somebody. Like, I mean, you'll see our review. I think it'll be out by the time this video is out. So you'll see our review. It'll be on anyone that's on the Might Be Wrong page. It'll be under the collaboration. So it'll be on this page. You'll see it. And, you know, you were saying some things, you know what I mean? Just because you might not like or like, no, that's the thing. But there's certain things that you might not like about a person. But art is art. We could review your art with no bias.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what
whatever feelings I have for somebody else, you know what I mean? I might think a way about R. Kelly, but his music is banging.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So like
He did it too.
Yeah, the same thing with Diddy, you know what I mean? It's like,
had a good show.
Yeah, I'm gonna still watch Cosby reruns. Yeah, and exactly. Like I think two things could be right? Like your legacy could be shot, but at the same time you still brought something, you know what I mean, to the table. Yeah. So two things could be right. I don't think you know, you ruined it for you know, your whole career because of, but yeah.
That's why I really agree with our name. Like, we might be wrong. Like, I think I definitely enjoy that because, like you said, we can have our own opinion. We might be wrong about something. Because no matter what you do, like I said in the Iceman review, no matter if you like this side over here, somebody's going to hate you on this side. If you like this side, somebody's going to hate you from this side, no matter what you do.
No matter what. And what we're talking about right now, someone's going to be like, man, fuck that, man. You guys should be, you know, so someone's always going to be saying something, bro. Yeah, so... and even the George Floyd thing too, like for me, it was a little like, I didn't really like it only because at that time, I was in Minnesota. I was living out there. And I wasn't that far from where everything happened. You know what I mean? I have pictures too. I went over to like some of the peaceful protests and like went in that area. So I was like, that shit hit deep for me because I'm like, nah, like, it's the same thing like if someone made a joke about Kobe. It's like certain people I'm like, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's just certain, certain things where it's like, yo, maybe a little bit off limits, like you said, Holocaust, like certain things that might have to be. I think comedy, anything goes, but same thing with battle rap. Some things it's like that unwritten, unspoken rule.
Man,
Some things family during battle rap.
Right.
They don't care, nigga.
No, but
there's a limit.
There's a limit though. I think most battle rappers do.
People dead, moms.
Yeah, but that's only like Arsenal. There's only like a couple of battle rappers that actually. Yeah. Like if you're battling Arsenal, you know he gonna probably talk about your dead auntie. Like
no matter what you say, you be like, don't lead us out the contract. Some people write it down like you can't talk about this.
Yeah. In the contracts, they're like, like
there's consequences after some of those people who do that stuff.
that's what I'm saying. You might, we have to see me after this battle. I'm not gonna fuck up the check. But after this battle, we're gonna have to step up to the side.
It's not during battle rap.
Right.
Whatever. But then you can't get mad when I push you back.
No, not at all. Yeah. Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So,
hell yeah.
What's next? Can go.
That was a good one. Shit. Let's get into the sports industry. I like your. What made you come up with this one? So his question was: is the sports industry a modern day slave trade?
Man, I always been thinking about this for years, since like I first started learning about African American history.
Me too.
You know, during the transatlantic slave trade, we were auctioned off, and whoever had the highest bid, or whoever liked the slave the most, whoever thought the slave was the healthiest, the most fit to reproduce, that's the slave that took the highest auction. So,
right.
And now, you know, in sports, whoever's the best, whoever could jump the highest, whoever can,
right. The wingspan, the height. You know, they get chose first. Yeah, 40-yard dash. How fast they can, you know?
So like, it's really a slave trade. Just
there's owners.
Yeah,
it's a public.
You go to this team.
Yeah.
You go to this.
We could. Right. Yeah.
But don't nobody ever talk about that.
I think because people's rebuttal to that is always, well, they make millions of dollars.
Yeah, but the millions of dollars they make is just for them. They don't help none of the black communities.
Who the owners of the teams or the players? I mean, I don't know what everyone does with their money behind the scenes. Some people don't speak about what they do. That's true. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and.
But I feel like we make so much money in entertainment, billions of dollars, bro.
Yeah,
and we bring it.
I will say this.
Entertainment.
I've had a conversation with this. It was one of my cousins, his dad, when we were younger. I remember this is the first time I think I ever like smoked with like a lot of my family when I was like 17. Like this is when I was, smoking. But they finally like, oh yeah, allow him in the circle, you know what I mean? Because I was finally at the age, you know what I mean? I was in high school. They didn't know I was smoking, but I'm smoking now, you know what I mean? My brother said, hey, pull up, right?
That's how it goes. That's
yeah. So all of a sudden I'm seeing other family members, you down here too? I didn't know you was in the garage. So anyway, so now we're like, I don't know if we were playing chess or something, but I'm high as shit. We're both high. And I wonder if you remember this. But but we were talking about that because I think it was like a LeBron highlight, and we were kind of just talking about like olden days, and we kind of like to how like gladiator type sports and stuff, and it just felt like a modern day version of that, like what we see UFC, all these different things, and also like you said, slave block of being auctioned off, you know what I mean, from a draft, and we're looking at you from your skill, right? Your weight, your 40-yard dash, your height, your wingspan, everything that you bring to the table, right? And we're only solely looking at that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I agree. It does feel like that. I recently seen something too. What was it? It's that, I don't know if you've seen the clip. It was the dude. Let me see if I can find his name.
We were just talking about this video where Jamie Foxx and the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry something.
What's his name?
Jerry West? Not Jerry West.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones. Yeah.
And they were like, I guess Jamie Foxx was like live recording, or he was on live or something.
I think I remember this.
And
I remember this.
The owner of the Cowboys was like, yeah, this player, he got 11.5-inch dick, and something like that.
Oh, that's wild.
That's the way they talk and all this.
Yeah, that's
like, why does that matter though?
And that's the thing. The way that they look at us is that, right?
It's like property.
Yeah. And until you can't play no more, it's time.
Get the next best.
That's what I'm saying. It's disposable. Yeah. And go ahead.
My bad. I'm gonna say the same thing like with the Roman Colosseums. If you look at it, it's basically what our stadiums are.
Yeah, that's the discussion we were having. We're high as shit talking about it, and we're like, damn, because like King James, like he's you know what I mean? He's like the, You know what I mean? Like the general of this, like, you know, he's in the, you know, like, and we were just talking about that. Like, I don't know what the fuck we were talking about. And it's just like, yeah, we be high as shit and all of a sudden. And everything was like, oh, damn, you right. Like, it was hidden. But I think, like I said, the only rebuttal to that is that, but then again, it's like, also, you know, you could get, it's not like chattel slavery, but it's like you could get, you know, labor, you know, slavery where it's like you getting paid for your work and your contribution to this. But it's also that's like you're stuck because you can't speak out about anything. As soon as you speak out or you hear an athlete talk about something, like all your shit gets stripped away. You know what I mean? It's like in this same thing with music industry. All your shit is like there's a price to what you sign up for. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I think that's the only people's rebuttal to that question is that they they make millions. And I understand.
The money is a distraction. The money is a distraction and it's a facade.
I do so too.
Because like,
and it's like we could start our own league.
That's what I'm saying. You could use all that money to make your own neighborhood,
bro. Yeah, how do we have
a lot of stuff that we do? And we can just put it on and start our own beat.
And I never understood that, bro. Like, how is it possible? Hello. I never understood.
Walk to my house.
Right.
Good. Go back. Go to the shower.
Yeah. But I never understood how. And I think Kyrie talked about this before. I might be wrong, but how do we have this much millionaires in the league, billionaires, and you know, black billionaires, you know, and we don't have our own leagues. Yeah, we don't even have our own like BT shows, like all that stuff is in like there's no awards no more and shit. Like I think they're about to have one, but I remember this shit's supposed to be like done, like you know what I mean.
Did you see the thing with Universal?
Like, how do we not have our own leagues?
We had our own groups and all that stuff. Like, we had Rockefeller and all that stuff. All that's gone now. Now it's all under Universal.
Yeah.
Because, you know why?
Right.
You know why? Every time black people create some shit, white people got to have their hand in it.
No, it's a fact.
Or anything we do that makes it popular, it always starts off illegal. And then when they find out how to make money and all from it, then it's, like, legal again. Always see stuff like that.
Or we like you said, you have an idea, you have it, but they know how to generate money off of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because hip hop, that happened with hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop was
not popular.
Yeah, and hip hop's one of those things. It's like we're going to talk about what's going on, where we're from, this and that, and it's more of and it was against that the authority. It was against the system. It was against that until the system got its hands on it, right? And then now all of a sudden, what else is pushed? Sex, drugs, all this other stuff. You know what I mean? And that's like you said, like now that fast forward, look where we're at. Yeah. You know what I mean? There was a secret meeting. I think Crazy Bone or one of them in Both Us Harmony talked about like a secret meeting about that, like of how to basically take hip hop and infiltrate it pretty much and turn it into this to where it's not, you know, like suppress all those other artists who are actually speaking out against something and boost everything else, the drugs, the sex, the pimping,
that's what Kanye West was talking about, crack music.
Yeah, and that's true. That's 100% how it is. Like you look at the industry now, that's how it is. That's why I made my
modern day music is how you destroy the younger generation.
No, it's true, bro. Like the drill music and shit. Like looking at it, like
I don't even listen to drill no more.
I mean, bro. I mean, like that shit is crazy, bro. Like when you think about it, you know what I mean. Like and it's like you're only speaking about where you know whatever is going on and what you're doing. So like I get it, but it's like damn. Imagine being 5 years old. Listening to a motherfucker gunning somebody down. Easy. Like, it's just like, damn. That shit is crazy, you know?
You go to jail and then that joint's getting cleared out your system. You think, like, I should just let them have the parking spot. Like, some people be
that's what I'm saying.
Over road rage, just a bunch of crazy shit.
Bro, 5 minutes. Bro, 5 minutes. A 5-minute decision could fuck up your whole entire life.
5 years, 10 years.
10, your life. Off of a decision that you could have just... You could have turned off that switch, you know what I mean? But a lot of people, you know, don't know how to, or were never trained to, or like I said, drugs might be in your system. You might pop off, you know. It's like that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But yeah, go back to I don't understand how we don't make or we don't create or everyone doesn't come together to create that.
Y'all heard of
you know yeah. Like Black Wall Street and shit.
Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
And what happened to it?
Got bombed.
Right.
Yeah.
So every time some black people try to come together and create their own wealth and have their own system.
That's a fact.
Same thing with our leaders, anything like that.
They gonna either destroy it or they gonna kill you or something. Cancel.
Buy you off.
Right. Have a fucking mole in the group.
Yeah,
Destroy it from within.
Yeah.
Clone you.
This man said clone you.
Tyrone, yeah, people come back looking different.
They be saying, like Jamie Foxx? No. They were trying to say he was a clone and shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No. But Jamie Foxx talked about it.
They say Gucci Mane a clone too.
Yeah, they say Gucci Mane a clone. I don't believe that though, because it's like, why if you're gonna clone anybody, why are you gonna clone Gucci Mane? I know, but I'm just saying, like to me, if I'm someone that's gonna clone somebody, I ain't looking at these niggas to clone. Like,
and I have one more example of what we were talking about with the slavery thing and how these people talk about us and everything behind our back. The dude who killed Julio.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about the way they were talking about him
when the warden came up,
the labor and shit. We could use
crazy,
bro. I was just about to bring that up, bro. Yeah,
I know, but that's what we bring it up.
Yeah.
We all educate each other. Yeah, wow. So
I could find that clip. Yeah, I could find that clip. Yeah.
Give Alex a little.
They basically, yeah. Oh, you go ahead.
Based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes. With my experience, not only just in classification, but as former warden and even as a jail administrator, he's someone that's young. He's healthy. In reality, we need that labor. We need that sweat equity. And we will put them out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration. We have that. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
The warden and all came to the trial, and they was either trying to give the killer of Julio life in prison or the death penalty. But he was fighting for not giving him the death penalty and was saying we could use his labor. He's a young man. We could use him. He's going to be in jail forever anyway. We could use him and build stuff. He
said that?
Yeah. And, I mean, in the prison system, like is the modern day slavery. Yeah, that is true.
7 cents. Now.
Yeah.
15,
because once you do that, you pretty much all your rights.
It's gone.
You know, as a citizen are gone.
Yeah.
So they're able to now use you for that. And even with the 13th Amendment and stuff like that, like most of the people in prison are black or brown people. You know what I mean? So
build a lot, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So that's really like, and they did
communities around the prisons.
And they
prisons and okay, well we got prisons here. We need people to move down here. Let's build the Lowe's over here. All right, we got the Lowe's over here. Now let's build an apartment over here because the prisons that I feel like are like the main thing sometimes of when you put a prison somewhere random.
Prisons are like an economy, like they're a system. People invest in prisons.
Yeah, all the private prisons are like owned by a lot of these billionaires and shit.
People invest in hospitals. People invest in prisons.
Right. And the more people you feel in it.
Wallow had a good rundown about that joint.
That shit's sad, bro. But they set it up. They set it up for us to go. You know what I mean? To get locked up in prison, like you said, to do all that. You know what I mean? That's and that's a way like of how they, you know, systematically switched it for us to get in, you know, into those prisons. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is like
with that shit crazy. Crimes, petty
everything.
Everybody getting locked up for like weed, small amounts of weed.
Yeah. And that was a big one.
Now weed legal.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's
the amount of big money from illegal convictions of black people compared to white people is extremely disproportionate, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
And they be filled up. Like a lot of these prisons be filled up. You know what I mean? And it's just sad because like all this shit too is supposed to be like, you know, rehabilitation centers. Mm-hmm. And they ain't no rehab. Like,
bro, in other countries, jail is like
it's actual rehab. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like it looks nothing like America.
They be having like actual like they be having like swimming. You know what I mean? They be having,
some people don't even have the bars or anything like that.
Right. They be having AC and shit. Like like, but out here it's like they just be basically like damn near like survival. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just make it through. You know what I mean?
Shit is like a zoo.
Yeah, and then when people get out. They would never. No one. How do you conform back to society? And then that's when it's like, well, shit. I might as well just go back. I was getting the meal out of bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I might as well just go back to jail. You know what I mean? Because then you come back out and you're like, and then it's like you can't. Depending on your crime, I can't get a job. My background. You know what I mean? So it's like they don't make it easy for. Anyone was convicted to come out. Yeah, right. So they could send them back in.
Yeah.
The same thing with like hospitals. They're not going to cure you, you know what I mean, and send you out. We need you to just be suppress everything. So it's like it's just going to come back up. You're going to go back.
Yeah,
they can't. You know what I mean?
That's what they say about like the cure for cancer and all this stuff. We've been curing all this stuff, but you make like, more money when you give them medicine.
Yeah, like Big Pharma, all that they generate billions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Off of us. So yeah, that shit's
The
crazy.
only time black people are accepted is if we abide by the rules and we good Samaritans and we don't speak up, you know.
Yeah, but it's like that shit ain't cool though. You know what I mean? It's like every time you move, like the Black Wall Street, like we we're talking about, or any like leader. You know, I think it was just Malcolm X's birthday, the other day. It's like anytime you move 10 steps forward, it's like somehow you get, or you move 2 steps forward, we get sit 10 steps back. You know what I mean? Like you move forward a little bit, we get pushed back even further.
But white
You know what I
people
mean?
gonna say like, why are y'all being victims, bro? You're way ahead of the times when you're in slavery. You have everything you can ever want. You're equal to us.
Bro, that shit ain't even that long ago.
You could be millionaires
Shit
if you
was
want.
not that long ago.
That's the crazy part about it, when you put it in perspective. Like the shit wasn't that long ago.
I understand like to be millionaires and all that stuff now and all that.
Yeah, but
Some people do make excuses a little bit too much, but I understand a little bit.
yeah. But look, I mean, there's still so much in play. I mean, like
There are so many systems in play to oppress us, though.
yeah, and even what's going on too. I don't know. Is it was it Louisiana or was it Memphis? Like with the voting, like with the voting laws and shit. Like,
I don't know.
like there's like a whole lot of shit going on. I don't know all the facts, so I'm not gonna get into it because I don't. You know what I mean? And I don't know all the knowledge behind
You
it.
don't
So
write in the comments, so
Yeah.
for next time.
but yeah, it's just like a whole lot of stuff going on that still's like setting us back. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, you know. So
Not going on.
yeah, y'all got anything else to add on that one?
No.
It's like they love us so much, and we make so much money for this country, and we do so many things for culture.
And inventions, a lot of stuff that we use on a
invent
daily
so many
basis,
things.
we're
We
all
have
invented.
so much talent,
Yeah.
but they still find a way to hate us, and they still want us to have go back to Africa or have our own state. Or it's like, what do y'all want, bro?
Right.
Y'all love us, but y'all hate us, bro.
No, they love everything. They love everything that we could provide,
Yeah,
or that we bring, right? But they don't love you.
Yeah.
It don't make
know
no
what I mean?
sense, bro. Y'all confused. Y'all are really like
No, I agree, bro. That shit.
delusional,
Yeah, that shit's.
insane,
And
psychopath.
and I remember I had a conversation with my mom about that too. I'm just like, damn, like, cause just the way I am as a person, bro. Like, I just like show love and for it, like everyone, the second chances, all that stuff. Like, I don't know, just the way. Like, I don't really go by what society, makes you feel like you had to be like or think about someone else. I always go based off individual, right? How you treat me, and how it's like that's how I always operated. And it's just I always found it confusing to just how can you just like hate somebody?
I don't understand it.
Like to this day, I
Yeah.
don't understand that shit, bro.
It's a mental like.
I know, but even then, though, it's like it just don't make sense, though.
Yeah.
Like, how can you just hate somebody
don't understand.
that you don't even know? Like that shit like boggles my
It's a
mind, bro.
projection of self, really, because they feel like they lack. So in order to feel,
But you got everything.
in order to feel
Like, what are you still
good
like
about themselves,
greedy?
they
Ass?
gotta bring other people down.
Man. I mean, I'm sure you're right. Like, I'll be just like wondering, like, why? Like, you know what I mean?
I seen a nigga, a comedian, Godfrey.
Yeah. Shout out to Godfrey.
He said it's because of our dicks are bigger.
How you wrong?
We might be wrong, but they used to cut your balls off.
They used to cut our
That's a
dicks
fact, though. That's a fact, though.
in front of the women.
That's a fact, though. They used to do a lot of crazy shit, bro. Like, they'll cut off your fingers, you know what I mean? You start learning how to write, you know what I mean? They cut your
Toby.
fingers off and shit.
What they do to
Yeah.
Toby? They cut off his feet or his hands or something like that.
I remember I don't think I watched all the Roots, like, fully.
I think they
'Cause
cut
I
off
was
his
like,
feet or his hands. One of those.
damn, that's fucked up.
Because he kept on trying to. I think it was his feet.
Oh, so he
kept on
can't
trying to run away.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's just crazy, bro. Yeah, we could go on a full tangent, bro. Like about we might have to dedicate an episode just for
that.
And then before we do that, I'm going in on my research. You feel me? Like, like I'm gonna make sure
If
like
y'all want us to talk about and all that stuff, write in the comments.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
topics and all about this.
and let us know too, like, you know what I mean? Like we're all learning ourselves. So, feel free to add, give us some information in the comments too. You know what I mean? Like we're all in this together, you feel me? So like help educate us too. You know what I mean? Like
You might be wrong. Y'all might be wrong about something too.
Right. And you might be right. And we might be right. Who knows? But like I said, feel free if you're watching this, like, spread some, some knowledge, you know what I mean, and help us build and get better with that too, you know, because we want to also use our platform, to vocalize these things as well. But yeah, man, you guys ready to go for the next one? Well, I guess we could go into your next topic, the strongest black men being used and distracted from a bigger purpose.
I mean, that kind of goes to what everything we've been saying.
Yeah.
The strongest black men are playing sports, really. Like, the ones who have the most influence, they play sports. They don't really speak out. Most of them don't speak out about things going on in our communities.
Can't lose them endorsements.
They don't want to lose endorsements.
You know what I mean?
We were afraid to speak up.
Yeah. I mean, Kyrie was one of the, Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, there's a few. I think the dude that was playing for the Magic, wasn't it Isaac or some, he spoke up.
Jonathan Isaac?
Yeah. There'll be a few people that be would speak about certain things.
But when they do speak,
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Kaepernick got it the
you see
worst.
what happened, yeah.
Worse.
Yeah.
Jay-Z did him dirty. Did y'all say Jay-Z did him dirty?
What did he do?
Jay-Z was the man. We'll talk about it next time. Next episode.
No, I didn't say that shit.
Jay-Z and all that stuff was telling him to do it. They spoke to his wife and all that other stuff, whatever. And this might be wrong. I'm giving I'm breaking down whatever.
Really fast, yeah.
Really fast. But Jay-Z told him to do it and all that stuff. It was we support him and everything like that. And then Jay-Z took over the NFL to the halftime show and all that and forgot all about him. It was okay, yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. At first it was we were fighting for our people and all that stuff, whatever. Once Jay-Z became the leader of the Super Bowl.
So basically, he was supporting him.
He was supporting him, and then he wasn't supporting. He just pushed to the side. His wife had something to say about him too.
But do you think? Do you think there's also a way of sometimes you gotta? I mean, who knows what they talked about?
Yeah,
maybe Jay-Z had a conversation with Kaepernick about what he's gonna do. Yeah. Right? We don't know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know if I ever heard Kaepernick come out and bash Jay-Z. I don't know.
His wife and all this stuff.
Okay.
Kaepernick trying to say something all about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, so
it was a whole thing where Jay-Z was supporting him, doing everything, and once Jay-Z.
But do you think it's
Jay-Z was with the NFL?
But do you think it's also sometimes someone has to get in the industry to change shit up?
What's that joint called? The dude who infiltrated, so he act like he ain't like black people.
Was it the Black Klansman movie?
That too, but it's a name for it. Nipsey Hussle was talking about
the spook that sat by the door.
Yes.
Yeah. That is.
Y'all seen that movie?
I never seen it. There's a book though.
It's about
a book.
It's about a black man who infiltrates the CIA.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he trains all the people, all the tactics and things he learns from the CIA. He trains the black people around him.
Yeah.
But do you think that could be maybe a little bit about what Jay-Z kind of does? A little bit.
I mean, I haven't seen that.
Because I heard he does a lot for artists and shit. You know what I mean? On the behind the scenes that people don't even know about. He'll pay Lil Wayne's shit. I remember I heard stories about certain things that he did. But basically what I'm saying is since he's been in, look at everyone who's been performing. For halftime show, it's completely changed. It's our culture now being. But I don't know what benefits. I mean, I would assume NFL benefits from that way more.
Yeah.
So I don't know what. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would just assume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah. But
we don't really see a lot of activism.
We
don't see a lot of activism going on.
I mean, Malcolm X talked about that too. He's watch out for the celebrities, you know what I mean, who, speak about this, because it's we look for them as, and I'm totally butchering what he said, but basically celebrities, speaking out that's not, everyone's looking to them, you know what I mean, but that's don't Malcolm X is nah, that we're not supposed to be looking at the celebrities, they're not the, you know what I mean, the one who's supposed to be the leaders for,
they're not supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. That's
at the wrong time.
What y'all think about that though?
I think it might have set more precedent to him saying it then. Maybe it might be a little bit different now.
We have way more celebrities now.
That's what I'm saying. So back then it made when he said that, I think it's we have more real leaders who were this is who they are. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they don't
now
real people.
What do you mean?
A tragedy or something like that would happen. All of a sudden you see Mc.K on there. Or Britney Spears,
and that's what I mean. We should, and that's what I mean. That's what, but that's for a reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
because they already paid off and bought. So they're gonna just go through the little script and shit what they're being told to say.
Yeah,
but we're not supposed to be listening to them.
Yeah,
and Malcolm's whole point is listen to people who are educated and actually on these front lines, literally putting boot to ass pretty much, really trying to make a change. Who's actually in these streets, who's really protesting, who's at these centers, who's in these courtrooms. You know what I mean? Those are the people who have to listen to. But none of that, we won't know who any of these people are because it's the celebrities who are being interviewed and pushed and asked about.
I think
you know?
that's a part of the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly to my point. They are being distracted. The strongest black men and women are distracted, and they should be educated about social justice.
Right,
They
right,
should
right.
be able to speak about social justice. But instead, they're distracted and paid off.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my point.
I agree. No, but also, I was gonna say, like, I think before you even get started, as far as like how many people could potentially, us included, right? I would say this is the beginning of even us. We have knowledge and we know where we want to be at, and we know what we can do together, how we can grow. Build on knowledge, read more books, eat healthier. Get exercise. Like we know what we got to do, and I think doing it together is a start of something, right?
Yeah.
Of making sure to hold each other accountable and to be able to, like, we're gonna watch this episode back one day, and we're gonna be on episode, who knows, 50, and our knowledge on these topics are gonna be
10 times.
10 times better, and we're going to be able to articulate it better, because I'm having a little trouble articulating it, because like I do my research and I do my knowledge, but I'm not fully locked into where I can articulate it the best. I don't have the words.
Yeah.
Sometimes my vocabulary to fully get out what I want to say. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's also distractions is, sometimes the things that we do, right? Porn could be a distraction, our phones, YouTube, food, right? The chemicals that we put in our brain, like, there's so many that's holding us back from being stronger black men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Things you put in your body is what you're going to get out in the
Yeah.
world, what you're going to put out.
And I feel like that's purposeful, right? When you look at the hoods, most of the bad shit are
in the hood.
waters,
Yeah.
fast food, you know what I mean?
stores.
Liquor stores.
Fried
You be seeing all the chemtrails and all this shit like that they put like all in black areas, the pipelines, everything is fucked up. And I think it's to suppress us from becoming that, right? Because didn't they say like, what's the dude that was like the head of the FBI back then, like Edgar,
J. Edgar Hoover? No,
yeah,
that's not him.
Who
I don't think
was the
that's
guy during the like civil rights
who you're talking
era
about.
and shit? Like,
I just don't know the name.
what's his name?
I might have looked it up.
But wasn't he saying like that was his number one fear? Like that was like his fear was like pretty much, and like the rise of the Black Messiah, pretty much. Like,
Oh, did he? I don't know.
yeah, like that was like the. Why do you think
it
there was?
is J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah. Why do you think that was taking out everyone, bro? They was taking out, Malcolm,
I feel like that's like the concept of like they
Martin.
their own movie and all that stuff.
Yeah. But it's like if they take a, but and that's my thing. It's like if we need those type of leaders, people who we can actually follow and learn from, who aren't bought out,
Yeah.
right? Because there are some black leaders out here who are bought out. Let's call a spade, right? But
See people in church.
yeah, like everywhere, like and I think when you take out, the Black Panther movement, et cetera, like when you take all these where we can, it's all there so we can go back to educate ourselves. So they laid blueprints and gave us the education for us to go back and finish what they started, I guess, or help improve and benefit, in some type of way, right? But like, I think all that to where the drugs in the communities, right? The weapons, the music, the way they took our culture for something that was positive and twisted it to where it's having a negative impact on our communities now, right? And I feel like that's holding us down from being our best selves as black men. You know what I mean? To be able to do more for our communities, do more for our people. The more that we can do and educate ourselves, we can pass that back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like they did a good job now, like where they're at now, to where black people tried to make such a, or not tried, but did, make a lot of, they pushed, the boundary to get us to where we're at, right?
Yeah.
But they did a good job to fucking all that up to where now they could sit back and just watch us implode. We're arguing amongst ourselves. We don't have a real leader that we really, or like a few leaders here that we fully follow, because if one, we're like, he's saying this shit, even though they might be saying, oh, we don't really, who do we trust, right? And then we keep going, voting for these people who end up doing some bullshit, right? Yeah. So I just feel like they got to a place now where, I guess whoever's on top and running the show, basically, right, pulling the strings, to where they could sit back and they're like, we did our job already. Let's just watch them run around
that's the art of
and
war.
try to figure shit out. Yeah, exactly. Now we're scrambling around. We don't know where the fuck to begin.
The best
right?
method of war is not fighting the enemy and letting them fight themselves.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at.
Infiltrate inside.
And I feel like that's where we're at now. We're all fighting amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
We're destroying ourselves.
Right.
It's crazy.
But they're
That shit
aiding.
deep.
They're aiding.
That's a deep one.
They're aiding the cause
And
by all the systems they put. In.
yeah, and that's my point. Now they can sit back. They did enough. They don't even have to do anything no more. Realistically, in my opinion, I feel like they could just look at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's fucked up.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's an episode of the Twilight. You guys ever watched Twilight Zone before?
Yeah.
The black and white show and shit. This episode of the Twilight Zone, I think it's Monsters on Maple Street or something like that, where these aliens come and it's this one street, right? And they keep like turning off the lights and shit, like on the road, or like on certain things, and everyone's coming out and they're like, "Yo, like who did that?" Like basically, like or like blaming the other one, or like someone like something happened. They're like, "No, you did that," or some shit. But it's just like these aliens over here or whatever, like or aliens like who came down, and they're just pretty much watching them like they're not coming together. They're like blaming each other and shit, like and.
Crazy.
One dude is I'm getting shot, like
There's a Black Mirror episode.
yeah. So it's like you're just watching this street of all the neighbors and shit, just like
Kill each other and all that stuff.
blaming this, the neighbor over here, blaming this person. They're arguing amongst themselves, and they're just watching them. Like
So I'm just looking at it like
they're like, well, let's go to the next street.
Y'all
Like, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. It's like that's kind of where we're at.
I didn't watch Twilight.
Yeah, it's just deep,
Did
bro.
y'all have to read Lord of the Flies in high school?
We did, but I didn't read
A long
it.
time ago, and I forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's kind of
we
the
did,
same
but
thing.
I
Like these,
forgot.
wasn't doing so well in high school.
teenage boys get stranded on the island and they don't know how to like survive on their own. So they separate into like two groups, I think, and they end up killing each other one by one because somebody's trying to be the head honcho and like people disagree and stuff like that.
And see, that's the thing, bro. I feel like that's where everyone's trying to be a leader, but it's like, or trying to have their own opinion on it or stuff like that. But it's like, bro, like we all got to somehow like just be able to come together and elect that person. You know what I mean? To where it's like we feel like they could do right by us and do the right job. You know what I mean? To hold them accountable.
Yeah.
And not just one, but I mean, obviously multiple leaders in different places, different cities, and that's happening. I'm not saying it's not like it's happening, but it's just shit that we got to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Like I'll do my own research and try to like figure out some names and like really like look into like what's going on in different places, even in San Diego, like in different areas, to where it's like black movements and things that are going on. Because I'm sure it's happening. It's just it doesn't get pushed or we don't really know. So it's like we have to really kind of do our own so we can highlight that. Yeah.
What y'all think?
Because if we could highlight that, and check for ourselves and actually like, that's probably something we could do in San Diego is like, let's look at some of these initiatives or like what's going on and try to highlight them, you know what I mean? And, see what's going on.
What y'all think the solution?
I don't know. My solution.
Having more trust in each other and coming together. I think if we're able to, instead of arguing amongst each other, how about we really shut up, listen, and educate each other, right? Instead of, like, I just feel like we're quick to say instead of maybe we could observe a little bit more, right? I think we got to take some steps back to move forward. You feel me?
I think a lot of it's like emotions now too, not controlling your emotions. And
Yeah. People get too emotional too
quickly, bro.
You know what I mean?
Throwing their life away over something dumb.
Right. I think just coming together more and what can you do to change and make an
Creating
impact?
healthier environments.
I was just about to say
Healthier environments. I think it does start with the mind.
Healthier
Yeah.
neighborhoods, healthier food, healthier music, healthier just everything.
Like mind, body, and spirit type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
That's where it starts.
yeah. I agree.
From within, like
Yeah.
we gotta
I feel
get
like
away from the alcohol, get away from the junk food, get away from the obesity.
I feel like even if it starts with one,
That's a
like,
fact.
if people just start eating well and doing all the other stuff, and I know I have an issue now too. I literally got a milkshake over there.
No, like I was thinking about Taco Bell earlier. I was
Like,
like, oh, that sounds
when you
good.
Eat well, and then it's gonna change your mindset. Where then you like, okay, well, I'm eating well, whatever. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna run. I feel I got energy to do this, and then that progresses into, all right, well, look at my space. My space is dirty. Let me clean that. If you watch this movie called Limitless, have you ever watched it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna look
I
at
love
it.
that movie where he takes that pill and all that other stuff, whatever. And you can definitely see like the progression. Okay, that happens. Okay, I got my mind right. All right, I'm gonna clean this. And then from cleaning that, it's like, oh, well, let me get my life organized. And then from life organized to like, oh, okay, let me meditate. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little anxious. You know what I'm saying? So there's little things that could definitely build up.
Yeah.
That's there.
And then you're able to imagine if we all had that, right? And then we all go to our own families or friends, friend groups, and push that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, bro, maybe you should look into this, or like,
Mustard seed, bro.
right. Yeah. And I think that's what it takes. It's just like, don't hold on to
Negative.
no with that, but don't hold on to just information and just do it selfishly for your own self.
Yeah. Spread it.
Spread that, like spread that will, the
I say
knowledge.
help yourself first.
But yeah, of course, help yourself first. I agree.
Learn, get as much information as you can from first before you teach somebody. You don't want to teach nobody the wrong thing.
Right. And you gotta make sure you go through it first before you, because you don't want to. And then also give someone the information and you ain't doing it yourself.
Yeah, like not practicing what you preach.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
But also,
I'll go to niggas. Take your money, bro. Do what you gotta do. Hold your money down.
But you're not saying that.
Around the corner, go
but you're not. But at least you're giving someone,
You have good
real.
intention.
Yeah, you have good intention. Yeah. It's like you're giving someone the right.
Like parents don't do that all the time too.
Oh yeah, parents be doing that shit all the time.
They help out a bunch of times. Yo, put your credit up. And all that
Yeah,
stuff. You find that as you get older.
make sure you ain't drinking too much. And you over here drinking a whole ass bottle right now. What you over there?
People want to see the person younger than them or the person beside them. Friendship always
We just want to see the best. Like I think sometimes too, and I suffer from this, and I'm starting to kind of break out of it. I see more in other people than I seen in myself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I will be able to see in others. I'm like, man, you could do this. Like I see what you are, like, and what you can become.
Yeah.
But it's like we got to instill that. I had to instill that into myself. You know what I mean?
That's prevalent. That's prevalent in our communities because we always feel inadequate or like that we're not good enough. Whether it's how we look, because we think we're not beautiful enough, and it's also how we educated because we think we're not smart enough or we think we're not talented enough to do something. But we really have everything that we need, and we need to preach that to our communities more too.
That's a fact. Yeah, because I think that's another to go on with the our bigger purpose. Like you just
but
hit
also,
the nail on the head, bro.
Another thing that we need a solution to that will help us out is like being out in nature more.
That's true. That's
A lot of
true.
us, we always in the house.
That's a fact.
We're not in the nature getting fresh air.
That's my problem.
Yeah, I
In that
have. But I
crib,
literally have a park right outside my crib.
Beautiful park right there in your house.
And it has a whole thing that goes around like a little track to like get your little jog. And I'm like, and I keep telling myself in my head, I'm like, bro, I need to go like wake up in the morning. Let me go do a run or something. Like
I do the same thing.
the football inspired me though. Like when we played the football game,
definitely inspired
that
me, too.
inspired me because
Yeah,
I was like, hold on, I still got a little in the tank.
But
Like,
sometimes be in a damn crib, and I literally sit there all day, and then my sister will pull up or something like that, or my nephews and nieces will come, and I go outside, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, beautiful,
Beautiful, bro.
Right, yeah.
The most beautiful thing in the world is the earth, bro.
But that's what they did, bro. Like when you think about it, I started like a motherfucker just now. I sound like Maybach. I sound like Rick Ross. Maybach music. Like
They want us to be inside.
pretty much is that exactly what I was gonna say. Is that
suppress
and
us.
that's another distraction. Is like how we could stay inside, which is also gonna suppress our health and our immune systems, right? Which probably why I get sick now because I'm not taking care of myself the way. But the food and the chemicals are way worse than it's ever been. Right, everything's mass produced. All the chemicals are like, bro. You look at the list, that should be this, and you can't read any of them.
No.
You know what I mean? And like they be putting shit in that's like banned in so many countries. All these countries ban this shit, bro.
Remember when we got rid of all the food at our job?
The oils,
the food dying of red.
right, and even the oils, like a lot.
What is it?
Red 40, nigga.
Yeah, WD-40.
That shit need to get out of there too.
Yeah. That's probably in it too. Shit. But like a lot of the oils that they use, you know what I mean, and all these little things.
Sunflower oil.
Yeah, all these things that we don't even know about. And like the chemical reaction that has in our brains,
Suppressing our hormones.
everything. Yeah, exactly right. Our
testosterone.
our testosterone. But I was reading an article too about like erectile dysfunction is like
What?
Like the age, bro. Like it's getting lower and lower and lower. Like
more people are taking more.
Bro, it's like
pills and all that
years,
stuff.
19-year-olds taking Blue Chew and all this
Also,
honey
also
packs and shit.
yeah.
And it's like when I was like, damn, I'm trying to think when I was 19, I didn't suffer from.
Nah, but you'd be surprised. Some people, bro, they find porn and all this
Yeah.
stuff earlier now. Like,
No, I mean I found porn early.
I
You know what I mean? I was exposed to it
17, 18 something.
when you were exposed to porn.
Yeah,
But I was exposed to.
I was 18.
No, I'm talking about porn.
Porn, yeah, like 17. Like I think.
Bro, I was exposed to that shit when I was on like 4th, 5th grade.
No,
I was like
out
11.
there, nah.
But it wasn't my fault. I said I was exposed to it.
Okay.
You know what I
I
mean?
was like
brother showed
11.
me.
My cousin showed me that shit.
Damn, you lucky that you didn't know that shit until. So you didn't see no porn site, no boobies.com or some shit.
I was a kid, bro. I was
Nah,
out there.
my cousin showed me that shit when I was a kid.
Yeah, I got shown that shit too, bro.
Like as a joke. That shit not. That shit.
And it's not a
Looking
joke.
back at it, that shit not funny,
Bro, because I wanted to look it
You
up.
was young too. Your brother
Yeah.
was young too, right?
Nah, he was older than me. He's like way older. He like 10 years older than me.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And that's fucking because now you just had exposed to it, and now it's like I'm gonna look that shit up. You know what I mean? Because now I want to see, and then you
Then
get hooked
also,
to it.
it was an episode of South Park.
Oh
The
damn!
teacher went in the bathroom and he was jerking off.
Oh, is that the one where like it's like fucking exploding? Like, there's a picture.
South Park was crazy.
There's a
bro.
picture. There's like a meme like with it's like a bunch of like fucking like it's like him and she's just like
Mine
watching the
really
porn.
got me into
Nah,
like,
he
all
was
that
in the
stuff, music videos, bro.
No?
That music videos. That was like really like the thing.
Oh, like yeah. No, this was full on. This was full on like magazines, DVDs, and shit. Like this was like.
My dad had Playboys too.
Yeah, like
when I was a kid too.
I had a kid that came to school showing us. He brought a magazine to school and shit. Yeah,
To school and all that stuff. Yeah. So
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
ass girls sometimes.
yeah. So shit was like there, but
But I was young when I experienced.
It's a lot of things suppressing.
there's a lot of stuff, bro. That's like like holding us down. You know what I mean? And like you said, you could be going outside, like, but you know, I'm gonna watch this season on Netflix and binge. You know what I mean? Instead of going out, you know what I mean? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's tougher for us, bro, because we have way more distractions than there's ever been.
Yeah.
We're the first. This is the crazy thing. We're the first generation to deal with all this.
That's true.
We're the first, like the start of all this technology, phones, everything that we have right now, bro. I mean, shit, everything that we're literally recording and using. We're the first to deal with that. Think about that.
But we can really.
People gonna be 100 years in history books. We're gonna be like, this is the beginning. Bro. You know what I mean? Video games, everything. So we don't know how to navigate it because we're the first in it.
Bro, they really don't want us to leave the house, bro.
Yeah, but we're navigating this now. So it sucks because it's not gonna be our generation that's gonna figure like this out. It's just probably gonna get worse, maybe.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna. I think we can figure it out in our generation.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Well, so
Because we figure this is the start of it.
That's true.
This is the start of it.
Yeah.
But look, if you really,
I might be wrong.
we having some high thoughts, but these are like factual thoughts. Like they really don't want us to leave the house. We got Uber Eats, we got Amazon.
Bro.
I'll be fucking up Uber Eats.
Bro. But after this episode on, I'm doing better.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm gonna watch this shit back. I'm like, damn. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
They don't want us to leave the house.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
I'm definitely guilty.
I be Uber eating like a
Have
motherfucker.
COVID come and they say it's another one now coming out, the hantavirus, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah. Damn.
I heard somebody said Ebola. I said, what the fuck?
Now Ebola comes back every like a few years.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's something that keeps coming. And then they say Africa, and then they say Africa, and I'm like, bro, you know how big Africa is, bro.
Yeah.
They always blame it.
Yeah. But I'm like, but you know how big Africa is, bro. Like, don't say Africa. Like they're like, oh, like 88 outbreaks in Africa. 88 in Africa is the biggest country on the in the world. That's what I'm saying. I'm like 88 realistically is a very very tiny number if you look at Africa like, as a whole.
Africa like 10 times.
Yeah, I think it's like the Congo. I think it's like the Congo that mainly has it, but they be fucking up. The Congo is a whole other thing. They fucked up. Like to this day, they're like ruining
Free Congo.
Yeah, for real. Like that shit's insane. But yeah, bro. That was a good one.
Deep. The next topic.
I mean, shit. The next one was mental health. I mean, we pretty much.
Yeah, we pretty much just.
Yeah, you know what I mean, talking about that. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I was like, you can listen. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, So I guess you could tell probably people be kicking it like after they come to the pool. They're like, it's kicking in the.
Which is cool. I mean, I like it in here. It's cool.
Yeah, shit. We can get an audience now. I'm playing. But yeah. I guess so. Yeah, May is mental health person. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Did you know?
I think I knew that, but I ain't really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Mental health, man, it's serious.
That's another thing. Was like we gotta focus on like our mental
Like
health.
depression, fucking.
Because we were taught like not to speak, suppress shit, hold on to it.
management.
Men ain't supposed to cry.
Emotional
Yeah,
intelligence.
you know what I mean? Like everything, bro. Our traumas, our past traumas, anything that stems from childhood, it's like I feel like it's better to talk about it and get it out. If if some people need a therapist, some people are able to, read a book, or some people are able to, work on themselves in other ways, have other people to talk to, right? I think it's super important, especially because you see it now, like people going out and doing some crazy shit, bro. Like all from hatred, something that stems deep, or just being a straight up idiot, you know what I mean? And all that shit could be prevented, you know what I mean, if you really just seek, you know what I mean, help, really.
Let's talk about where it stems from, because for the longest time, I thought therapy was like, I didn't need therapy. I thought it was lame. I thought it was for women. I'm too manly.
I thought you had to be like fucked up to get therapy. Like that's what I used to think.
But
Like, you got to be like
Yeah.
fucked up to get like. I thought like when I was a kid, I used to think like you had to be like worse or worse like to get like therapy. But yeah, that's just what
But you don't need
But
to
you
be fucked
don't.
up.
Yeah.
You just need the slightest issue, and you should be able to talk.
Sometimes I just need to vent.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to vent.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk back. I don't need
Like-
a solution, all that stuff. I just need to get it all out.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's better to just, bro. It's better to just like get it out. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but when I was younger, bro, I was kind of afraid to talk to my parents about certain things.
I wasn't talking about everything.
Like, I didn't really have that relationship. I kind of did. Like, they opened the door, like my mom, but not my dad. They will open the door for me to have that. You could tell me anything, but I really didn't tell them everything.
I had that too. Yeah, my mom opened the door for me for that.
But did you tell her everything?
Nah.
You ain't tell her everything.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not even my dad. I didn't tell my dad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nah, I didn't.
give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, high school for me, it became like my friend group was like.
Yeah, you talk to your friends about shit.
Yeah, it was like my friend group, and we was just doing like drugs and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like we all became close from like, and not all my friend group, but like a lot of us like became like bonds, like brotherhood bonds, because it was like all of us, whatever we're dealing with, we all had each other type of shit. It was like our own like family. You know what I mean?
As I got older.
Yeah.
I told my mom everything and all this stuff. Once I hit like that senior year of high school, about to graduate and all this stuff, then it started going down.
Yeah.
So I was like, I ain't gonna tell my mom this, whatever.
Yeah, now me and my mom talk about everything. Like I open up about whatever.
I told mom shit
We talk
later.
about. Yeah, me too. I told my mom like, hey,
Drunk that day.
yeah, I told mom I said, yeah, I used to tell all the time. I was like, when I said my homie Jack, I said, you remember I used to go to Jacker's house? Yeah, half the time I was never there. I was doing drugs. Yeah, I was doing ecstasy and shit. Like,
My sister and my mom be like, what was this? But, oh yeah, I told you I was somewhere.
dude, my mom would be like,
She be like, what?
no, she'd be like really, like, Brian, what we do? I was like, mom, I'm literally alive and completely sober now. Like she'd be worried and shit. Like I'm like, mom, you're worried about something I'm telling you a story from like
years ago,
like over 10 years ago. Yeah.
That reminds me of them TikTok videos when they in the they get their mom and they be like, we listen but we don't judge, and then they telling them all the crazy shit they used to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I be telling stories like.
Yeah, I be telling mama some crazy shit
Sometimes my
sometimes.
brother would know, and I'm talking to my brother, and my mom be sitting right there, and be like, "Oh, remember this time?" She be like, "What was this?" And you be like, "Oh shit, this we was like, we was at school. We told you was at school."
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
But they be sitting there like worried and shit, like it happened, like we're doing this shit right now. And I'm like, mom, this is a story from like way back then. I'm a square now. Trust me, I don't do none of this shit no more.
I don't do none of that shit no more. It's just when you young now, when you get older.
Yeah, for real.
None of that shit. I'm cooler now.
That shit funny, but it's true though. It's like I think opening up ultimately, and they even say too, like even just to like get that, like if you got to cry, like get it out.
But there's a stigma, like
Sometimes.
how do we address the
I
stigma?
haven't cried in a long time.
How do we
Movies
address-
could get me there sometimes.
How do we address the stigma in like men that you can be emotional, you can be vulnerable, you can express your emotions.
I think if they
men or you talk by yourself or other
Most men think it's you soft if you
you soft.
if you opening up and
Man, you a
lot of men
bitch.
think, like yo,
you a bitch, man.
we just gotta keep.
I think if people understand that you're a lot stronger when you're are tapped in with your emotions and have emotional like intelligence, like I think it's a lot. You're a much stronger man if you can tap in, right?
Yeah.
And I think if most, especially younger generation, or our brothers in the streets, et cetera, et cetera, if they knew that tough guy shit, bro, you'll be a much better man if you actually sat down with yourself and cried. Like, get it out.
But, okay, when you say cry and all that stuff by yourself, are you talking about by yourself, or are you talking about talking to a therapist?
It could be with a therapist. It could be like, bro, if you or just to talk to somebody, bro. Like, because people suppress. I mean, if you have that relationship with them, like, if you're,
you gotta have a mature woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like I'm not saying like, yeah. Like, don't be like if it's like a month.
Someone will call you soft. Some women will call you soft, and that's why a lot of men don't open up to women.
And that's the sad part, because that's not a real woman you should have by you. That's a red flag immediately if she call you soft, because you're trying to get your emotions out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot.
What happens if I die because of that?
That's why a lot of men don't open up.
And that's sad though. Like, it's sad. That's like.
That's one thing.
But I think if men knew like that you are a stronger man, you know what I mean. If you can tap into your emotions, you know what I mean, and be able to control it, and be able to really like you said, speak about things. If you could get a shout, because so many men suppress everything that they don't even And I think it's not even just suppressing that. I feel like a lot of them feel like they're just not being heard either. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you said, in relationships too, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not being heard. So what's the point?
Expressing myself or tell somebody something.
Right.
And they're not really listening. Or they're not digging deep like I need them to, or like, listen.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm really trying to tell you something again.
Right.
And then I'm just laughing off. I'm like, yeah, you're right, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes I'll be really, there was one time I was talking to my mom. And my sister was always there, so she know. And I was talking to my mom. I was really trying to let her know like I was going through something. And I guess she had to work or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it, bro. But I was really trying to tell her something like that.
Like, and that's the thing. It's like when you don't get what you need back, rest in peace.
Yeah, hey, you good.
But like, that's like when you want something back. But that's when it might be a point where it's like a therapist might be better, because sometimes I've even heard when it's like sometimes it's better to talk to someone who has no ties into your life, no bias. They don't know anything about you, and that's their career. That's their job, is to unlock that. Right? Because sometimes you don't even realize what you're unlocking in your brain. Is you're opening up these pathways now that you didn't realize, or something that you're like, damn, I didn't even know that. Like you just, you know what I mean? But that's the whole sole purpose, and the job is to unlock that and get that out of you, to where now going back to where you can serve your purpose. You'll be more fulfilled as a man, and now you can serve a higher purpose. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What about the people in the hood who battling like gang violence and
you see,
toxic masculinity?
That's what I'm saying.
They don't have therapists. They don't have access to therapy. They don't have like people to open up to. People, How do they combat that?
That's the tough part. I feel like I'm not gonna say nothing on that because I don't have the answers, and I might be wrong. But I'm pray. Yeah, definitely. I would say tap in if it's some way into your spirituality. Like if it's the Bible, if it's whatever, the Quran or whatever you're into. Find some type of outlet. If that's exercise, what passion do you have? Is it writing? So for me, writing lyrics and stuff was therapeutic because it was all about my life, right? Yeah. So for me, that was where I found my therapy, is just getting it out on my notes. Like if I could just write out my thoughts and what I see, how life is. I think if you could find some type of outlet, I would only say, like, I feel like for us, if we found someone who's been through that whole, like deep in like
a mentor.
Yeah, who is now mentoring people, it would be dope to have a sit down, maybe have them on the podcast so we can ask that same question. Mm-hmm. How did you do it? What do you what do you say to these young men who are in the streets right now? Because I feel like that I'm not going to say nothing, because I'd rather talk to someone who's been through that. Like, I'm talking about really in the turf for real, and is out of it, and giving back and mentoring young guys who are in that and trying to get them out. If we could find, if we could talk to
somebody,
that would be dope.
I think
what I mean?
I think you also gotta open your mind more.
I'm sure I could find someone who could do that. Like,
you gotta.
I know some people
in the hood, the guys in the hood who dealing with this toxic masculinity and like gun violence, and you don't know how to express yourself. You don't know how to express your emotions. You really gotta open your mind up some more.
But then it's like, where do you start? If you don't have nobody to show you those ropes,
you really got to start with yourself. Like,
I agree, but that's easier said than done. It's true. You know what I mean? Like, how do you?
I don't know. The way we have technology,
you got to get up out your environment. If your environment is toxic, you got to find different environments.
Yeah, but that's another distraction with technology. We have everything in the palm of our hands, but there's so much out there that where do you begin.
Eventually,
Right.
you're gonna come across something.
I agree.
Eventually, you're gonna look at something, all that stuff. Like sometimes when I'm at night, whatever, I don't know if this is just the algorithm or something like that. But sometimes you scroll that night, it'd be like a bunch of negative things and all that stuff, and then one positive thing come up where it'd be talk about God or something like that. And if you're really like into it, you really want to change it, you'll press that video and then it'll lead you to other stuff.
Right.
Thing you press on the video, your algorithm will change, those videos will pop up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you're eventually going to come across something, or someone's going to say something in the video, or this video.
I agree.
I agree. Like, so no matter what, there's something on there.
And if you're looking for a sign from God, God will put that sign there.
Yeah, exactly.
You just have to be make sure you're, and you guys got to make sure you're aware of paying attention.
Yeah.
Because like you said, at night you're scrolling, all of a sudden you see, you know, all these different videos, basketball highlights, blah, blah, and all of a sudden it's like, listen to this, you know, if you're feeling this way or whatever.
Like, don't scroll right now. Let me pray for you real quick.
Yeah. So, but that could be the sign right there. Is like you had 100 videos and all of a sudden, why this one pop up?
Yeah.
That could be that sign where God just put that there for you, you know. But you have to be aware of those signs too, though. You know what I mean? He's gonna do everything for you, but you gotta walk through that door too, you know.
Back to what he was saying about praying, you gotta pray for guidance and you gotta pray for discernment and discipline.
That's deep.
You gotta pray for negativity too. I learned that. This is something I learned recently. Because no matter what you do, there's with every positive reaction, there's a negative reaction. So just pray that you can get through the negative as well, in my opinion. Because everybody prays for the good, but they never pray for the bad, nor either. People wish for the rain, but you gotta go through the mud too. You know what I'm
always say to myself, my positive thoughts outweigh my negative thoughts.
That's good.
You gotta talk. You really gotta talk to yourself. Like rewire your brain. That's a big part of it.
I just watched a video about
rewiring your brain.
Yeah, I could be tough
to think positive because it's real easy to think negative. And think that you don't have enough and think that you're not good enough and like, but once you start rewiring your brain to think abundantly and like realize how powerful you are, that's the biggest part of it, bro.
Nah, that's real.
Because your mind is your reality, bro.
Yeah, that's real.
I just watched this video by Phil Kofer and all this stuff called Listen. And if y'all want to watch it, go watch that joint. But it just came out and all this stuff like yesterday. And what the video now basically was about consciousness. The reason why we have consciousness is you talking to yourself. And then what's in front of your consciousness is your ego. Your ego is blocking your consciousness. So in order to get past that and all that stuff, your consciousness and all that, you're supposed to speak to yourself positive and everything like that, whatever. And that's going to wither away any negativity things and all about yourself, and you just focus on yourself. So it was a whole video about that joint, and I thought that was amazing.
Y'all ever seen that experiment? That Japanese scientist, he put like the negative words on this glass of water, and then he put positive words on the glass of water.
Yeah.
It's like a petri dish or something like that. And the words with the petri dish with the negative words got real moldy and ugly.
Oh damn!
And
I seen someone do that with an apple.
The petri dish with the positive words stayed clear.
Damn.
So how you talk to yourself? Bring it to you.
You know, words are spells, bro.
No, yeah. That's why they call it spelling.
It's called cursing.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't even think about that one. I gotta give you that one. Cursing.
Everything you speak.
That's not witchcraft.
Is coming to fruition in your life. You manifesting everything.
That's true,
you speak,
man.
Everything you think, bro, you're manifesting.
Man.
So every time you say I can't do something, you're not gonna be able to do it, bro.
Let me give him an explosion. Let me give him an explosion for that, bro. Let me give him a Jada kiss too, man. Let me give you a Jada kiss for that, bro. That was good.
That's what's called cursing. Look at.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
That shit crazy.
You'd be surprised, bro. A lot of the words that we use now, if we don't pay attention, like Monday. Morning.
Right.
Morning. Somebody.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
My dad don't like saying good morning.
Yeah.
He likes saying just hi.
Right. Yeah. Good morning.
So there's a lot of stuff about words that we don't know.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. I gotta start like watching that shit.
And the music you listening to.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
With music, yes. Could you ever listen to like for example, we was just talking about this not so long ago, the Michael Jackson. You'll hear a Michael Jackson song, and I'm dancing to work. Right. The beat, all that stuff, the flow, everything. And then you'll listen to a negative song or something like that, like a drill song.
Ready to kill
now
somebody.
you're mad. Yeah.
Right.
You at work.
That's
these niggas, bro.
Black Forces on and shit.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
bro.
Yeah.
And so it switches your mood.
Them niggas tapped me wrong today. I'm slapping them in the face.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that.
Step to me correctly.
That's tone.
The frequencies.
The frequencies. Yeah. No, it's a fact.
I
The
think it's called
frequency.
the phantom frequency. Like the 808s is like the phantom frequency.
Yeah. Kanye spoke about that shit too. Yeah.
He said those low frequencies is gonna make it's gonna cause dissonance.
Yeah, it be keeping us fucked up, bro.
In the high frequency.
And that's why I'm saying, like, when you in the clubs, bro, and you see motherfuckers get all fucked up and they start fighting and shit, bro, that's a big, because you got alcohol in your system now, too.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to handle that. You hyped.
I suffer from that.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
So it's like shit.
Sometimes we be in the club, we be chilling, and somebody bump into a nigga.
Like, nigga,
and
what
they be
you
talking shit.
Yeah.
We did that a few times.
But it's
I
like,
was called with that nigga.
but that's what, but it's like, but yeah, but you gotta just sometimes, bro, it's better to walk away.
Yeah.
That's what we did. And it should.
I don't like no words.
Think before you act.
No, it's 100% true. Think before you act.
We could have reacted.
Yeah.
Because he hit us with the fuck you nigga. Da, 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 da,
Because,
Alex. Oh,
bro, because laws, bro,
it's not worth it.
Laws are scary, bro, especially in California and stuff like that, or like certain fights, like self-defense. A lot of times, though, like you can get away with certain things, but a lot of shit's out the window. If someone bumped into you, right, you turn around, retaliate. Now you fight. If you punch dude and he hit the floor wrong and now he's dead.
Yeah,
you're going to jail.
Not even all that. If I hit him first, whatever, I look like I'm the aggressor.
And well, yeah, aggressor too. But I'm saying, if he was pushing you, punched you, but you still okay. Now he hit me. He did all this shit, pushed my girl, whatever. But you knocked him out. He hit the wall, and then the wrong way, and he's dead. You're done.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All that's because of.
A lot of people that
just walk away, bro.
Combat, they can't fight people.
Yeah.
Your hands are registered as a
I'm telling
registered weapon.
Yeah, and for me, bro, call me a bitch, call me whatever, bro. Like, unless you hit a woman or something like that, that's when I'll step in. But if you're doing something specifically to me, I'm cool, bro. I'll walk away because to me, it's just not worth it, bro. It's just not worth it. And we're all grown men, bro. Like, if you're not a boxer, you're not like an MMA, you're not really like you said, combat training. Like, why am I here? Why am I fighting?
That remind me of One Piece.
Like,
when Shanks was in the bar and they was like.
Yeah, and they know he's the strongest one in the
bar, bro.
In the bar, bro.
He wasn't doing anything. He was just laughing.
He
was just laughing.
That remind me of Superman. Like they'll be making fun of him. I think when these OC, they'll be making fun of him, pushing him and all this stuff. He's the strongest one.
But imagine if Shanks, Superman, imagine they didn't give a fuck what they could do to like everyone who said, you know what, fuck, I'm done. All y'all talking shit. Superman about to go. I'm about to fuck up this whole entire. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I mean from that strength. Imagine of all the black men in the hood and all that stuff like that. Like that strength that we really have. If we were able to like that switch that we have, yes, bro. You don't have to turn that turn that switch on in a different way, bro. Yeah. Like in a way to where you're protecting your community now. The kids, you're creating something. Yeah, a different switch. Now we're protecting what we built, not protecting a block that's owned by a white man.
Yeah. I don't like that part. Like, this is my block.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't own it.
As soon as they want to kick everybody out, we gone. Like, it's so.
I'm telling you, bro. So it's like I feel like that's a great analogy that you said with Shanks, bro. Shout out to our hold on, you know what I'm saying? I got Zoro on the short. Zoro, what I mean? This is from One Piece right here. You know what I mean? So yeah,
they're gonna put me on some stuff. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but that's a great analogy. Because that's true, bro. It's like you gotta just let shit. Something's wrong with that guy. He's going through something.
What did Uncle Ben
I'm comfortable with myself. You can say whatever, because none of that shit, all that shit is deflecting off of me. But you going with something. Clearly, you going with something.
What did Uncle Ben say on Spider-Man?
Great power comes with great responsibility.
Yeah, it's facts. With great power, bro, comes great responsibility.
I watch Spider-Man. I watch Marvel.
Yeah,
I watch all that.
Yeah. Hey, the new movie dropping in I think like a couple months. The new Spider-Man. Yeah.
And they got the new screen coming out. I'm on there.
Yeah, that was a good episode though.
Fact.
Yeah,
they getting better. They only gonna get better.
That's what I'm saying. This is only the second one. I mean, we just beginning. So we, like I said, we gotta put it out there though. You know, we can't have these episodes and stuff just go under the radar. You know, we gotta get that. You know, we gonna get everything. Work out the kinks, social media. We gonna get everything out. And push it. You know what I mean? If you gotta pay for a little advertisement, you know what I mean, just to get it out there. But you start. All these YouTubers and stuff like that, like all the biggest platforms and stuff like that, made so many videos and had 100 subscribers in like 10 years, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, they finally got 1 million, or they finally got 500,000 or 50,000. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people take 10 years, some people will take. It depends. You just gotta be consistent. Put yourself out there, and shit will come back to us. You know what I mean?
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Yeah. For real. But yeah, man.
Is there anything else?
I think that's all. I think that's what we have, bro.
Until next time, folks.
Beautiful episode. No cap.
Facts, man. Y'all got anything in though? Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all made it this far. Like I always say, y'all made it this far. Thank you. Yeah, no cap. Write in the comments. I want anything else we need to talk about the subject. Make sure you please like and subscribe and everything like that. Follow Pure Rap
Subscribe,
Podcast,
subscribe.
reactions and everything as well.
Facts. Yeah. Make sure to go check out that Drake album review, Iceman. You know what I mean?
We just put it up. Just put it up there.
Yeah, it'll be out by the time I upload this. But yeah, man, might be wrong. You know what I mean? We gotta come up with a name for the people. You know what I mean? For the audience. MBW gang. No man. shout out to our
wrongers.
Yeah, shout out to our wrongdoers. Shout out to the hey, what's good, wrongdoers?
Might be wrong. The wrongdoers.
Hey, shout out to our wrongdoers. Yeah, that shit fire, bro. But yeah, man. Y'all got anything else to?
Anything else?
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Hey, might be wrong.
Kato.
MCK, you know what I mean?
out.
And we might be wrong.
Might be wrong.
Yes, sir. My tailbone.
Yeah.